When you think of Royal Enfield, one image usually comes to mind: the thumping sound of a bullet or the commanding stance of a classic. These motorcycles have always stood as a symbol of timeless design, rugged reliability, and that unmistakable charm of vintage motorcycling. But in 2025, Royal Enfield has decided to take a bold step in an entirely new direction. For the very first time in decades, the brand has entered the lightweight commuter segment with the all-new Royal Enfield 125cc. And make no mistake here, this is not just another budget commuter. This is Enfield's way of bringing their heritage to a much wider audience, giving younger riders and daily commuters a taste of that Royal Enfield DNA without the heavyweight engine or premium price tag. So, what exactly is the Royal Enfield 125 all about? At its core, this bike is designed to make motorcycling accessible to almost everyone. Whether you're a student looking for your first motorcycle, a daily office commuter, or even a seasoned rider who wants something light, efficient, and practical, this 125cc machine aims to tick all the right boxes. But what makes it truly special is how Royal Enfield has managed to infuse their signature styling and character into such a compact package. The first thing that strikes you is the design. Royal Enfield has stayed true to its roots. From a distance, the 125cc looks like a smaller sibling of a classic 350, and that is a deliberate move. The round headlamp with a chrome-bezeled, teardrop-shaped fuel tank, and upright stance all scream vintage appeal. The bike carries simple yet premium design lines that immediately set it apart from the sea of generic commuter motorcycles in the 125cc category. The wide and comfortable seat, the blacked-out exhaust with a touch of chrome, and the neatly designed fenders give it an unmistakable Enfield silhouette. For those who have always admired the brand but found the bigger bikes intimidating, this smaller model gives them a chance to finally be part of the family. Moving on to performance, the heart of this motorcycle is a newly developed 125cc single-cylinder, air-cooled engine. Royal Enfield has tuned it carefully to strike a balance between efficiency and usable performance. The engine produces around 11 to 12 horsepower and close to 11 Nm of torque, which might not sound groundbreaking on paper, but the way it delivers power is what makes it different from its rivals. Instead of being peaky and high-revving, the motor provides smooth, linear torque at lower RPMs, staying true to Enfield's relaxed riding philosophy. This means the bike feels punchy enough in the city, allowing easy overtakes and confident acceleration even in traffic, while also being frugal enough to return excellent mileage. Riders can expect a fuel efficiency figure in the ballpark of 55 to 60 km per liter, making it both practical and economical. The gearbox is a 5-speed unit, smooth and easy to operate, with well-spaced ratios for both city commuting and light highway riding. Cruising at around 70 to 80 km per hour feels comfortable and vibration-free, something many 125cc commuters struggle with. Royal Enfield has also paid attention to refinement. Gone are the days of excessive engine vibrations, and in their place is a smooth, well-balanced ride that feels more premium than the competition. Handling is another area where the Royal Enfield 125 shines. Built on a lightweight yet sturdy frame, the bike feels agile and easy to maneuver. Weighing just under 140 kilograms, it is much lighter than the typical Enfields, making it incredibly beginner-friendly. The riding posture is upright, with wide handlebars offering excellent leverage. The suspension setup is conventional telescopic forks at the front and twin shock absorbers at the rear, tuned more for comfort than sporty handling. This makes it perfect for tackling potholes, speed breakers, and rough city roads. The seat cushioning is also on the softer side, ensuring comfort for both rider and pillion on longer rides. When it comes to braking, the bike is equipped with disc brakes at the front and drum brakes at the rear, with the added safety of CBS, combined braking system. This ensures predictable and confident braking performance, even for new riders. For urban commuting, the braking setup feels adequate, though more experienced riders might wish for a rear disc option, which Royal Enfield may introduce in higher trims. Technology and features are kept simple but effective. The instrument cluster is a blend of analog charm and digital practicality. You get a large circular speedometer with the digital inset displaying trip meters, fuel gauge, and other essentials. Some variants also come with Royal Enfield's Tripper navigation system, allowing riders to pair their smartphones for turn-by-turn navigation, a feature not commonly found in 125cc motorcycles. LED DRLs add a modern touch, while the rest of the lighting retains that old-school halogen warmth, reinforcing the retro appeal. Now let's talk about pricing, because this is where things get very interesting. The 2025 Royal Enfield 125cc is priced competitively at around $1,300 to $1,500 internationally, or roughly 1.2 to 1.3 lakh rupees in markets like India. This puts it right in the territory of established 125cc players like the Honda Shine, Bajaj Pulsar 125, and TVS Raider. But here's the kicker. None of those bikes carry the Royal Enfield badge. For many buyers, that heritage and emotional connection are worth a lot more than just numbers on a spec sheet. The unique selling point of this motorcycle lies in its ability to democratize the Royal Enfield experience. Until now, owning an Enfield meant being ready to handle a 350cc or a larger machine, both in terms of cost and physical heft. With the 125, the brand has opened its doors to a much wider audience. It is no longer just for seasoned riders or enthusiasts, it's now for students, young professionals, women riders, and anyone who wants to ride a motorcycle with character and presence. The bike doesn't try to compete with sporty 125s or ultralight commuters. Instead, it carves out its own niche, a lifestyle commuter that is both aspirational and accessible. The motorcycle also holds appeal in international markets. In countries where 125cc bikes dominate because of licensing restrictions, the Royal Enfield 125 offers a stylish alternative to the generic commuter. For example, in Europe and Southeast Asia, where 125s are extremely popular, this bike has the potential to become a style statement rather than just a tool for commuting. Another important point is customization. Royal Enfield has always encouraged riders to make their bikes their own, and the 125cc continues this tradition. The company is offering a range of official accessories, things like touring seats, chrome mirrors, brand weights, crash guards, and even small luggage options. This means riders can personalize their bike to match their personality, something that commuter motorcycles in this class rarely allow. Of course, it's not without its compromises. Riders who expect explosive performance or high-speed touring ability will not find it here. The bike is happiest at relaxed speeds, and that's exactly how Royal Enfield wants it to be ridden. It's about enjoying the journey, not racing to the destination. For those who understand and embrace that philosophy, the 125 delivers in spades. So, who is the Royal Enfield 125 really for? It's for the rider who wants more than just a machine. It's for someone who values the story behind the brand, the design heritage, and the sense of belonging to a global community of Royal Enfield owners. It's for the daily commuter who doesn't want to blend into the crowd but wants a bike that gets noticed at every traffic signal. And most importantly, it's for the dreamer who always wanted to own an Enfield but thought it was out of reach until now. In conclusion, the 2025 Royal Enfield 125cc is not just a motorcycle, it's an invitation to experience what the Royal Enfield name stands for: a heritage, style, and timeless motorcycling at a price and size that almost anyone can manage. It may be small in displacement, but it carries the same big heart that has defined the brand for over a century. And in doing so, it might just become the gateway bike that introduces an entire new generation of riders to the Royal Enfield family.